In motion, Aguilar. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Mark Andrews, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Here's Jackson. Fighting through, and he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
47.
Prescott from the gun. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. This complete left side to Aguilar. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Who figured that one out in a big way? Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll run for it with Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only 1st down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in 2nd down.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all.
And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he'll be stopped short of the marker, but they'll keep possession here. Remember, it was only 2nd down, so now it's 3rd. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the deep.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run here with Rico Dowdle down to about the 37.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, 47. Hey, kill.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Ravens.
He'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Jackson now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
13.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Kill. What do you think?
Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Dak. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. Hey, kill.
Here's Dak. And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. Adafe Owe in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
It's now 3rd down.
To throw, Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go, 46.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
You change it.
Jackson to throw. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott now from the 50. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
47. 47. Hey, 47. 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to try and go deep again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, 50 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 44 yards.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.